Hi Chris, your side's 10-game unbeaten run came to an end last Sunday after a 2-0 loss to league winners Northampton. In our
Yeah,
last match preview, you said the key to success for that game was whoever defends best will win the game. Was that an accurate prediction for that game?
yeah, yeah. It was. Yeah, we were nowhere near at the levels that we usually are, both attacking or defensively. Uh, I think I said in the post match interview that the 28th of them bossed it, absolutely bossed it in the middle of the pitch, and we were limited to scraps. Scraps. We didn't. We. I don't think we were at our levels. I don't think we were at our normal levels in terms of quality in or out of possession, and they certainly were. They certainly were at their levels, and whilst there wasn't an array of clear-cut chances for either team, they were so clinical all over the pitch, and rightly came out 2-0 winners. So yeah, back to the previous week, the team that will defend best will win the game, and that's exactly what happened.
And they are league champions, and it's the second time that they've managed to prevent us from scoring. What do you think that they do so well, especially with a side that scored so many goals this season?
Yeah, it's a really good question because Callum and I, have reflected on that, and I think our place. Well, I think all three games based on chances created throughout the 270 minutes that we've played each other across the three games. I think if all three had ended 0-0 based on chances created, like clear-cut chances created, I don't think anyone would particularly argue. Like they've always been tense games. The two chances that they did have both came from counter attacks. One from our corner, which they counted on the great finish by Leah Cadone on Sunday, and the second one again. We were on the attack down our left, the counter attack goal. In So in terms of us creating chances, we didn't. We just didn't create any chances. We hit the crossbar from a Liv Smith free kick early on. I don't know. To be honest with you, to answer your question, I don't know. They're just a very, very good football team that are very well-rounded, attacking, defending, and we didn't have the answers, unfortunately, on Sunday. We often have had the answers against many opposition. Even against the likes of teams higher than us, we've had answers to score goals. But Northampton are a very good team, and believe me, they have got the potential to go and win the league above as well. They're a very well-rounded team, play good football, and they're extremely strong. They win first and second balls and do the ugly stuff without hesitation. And if you do that and then can have a little bit of quality when you're on the ball, it will get you a long way.
Yeah,
And
and
and sorry, Nathan. What I'd say is that that's usually us. That is absolutely usually us. But Sunday it just wasn't the case.
Yep, and with the league finished now, in terms of finishing first, we have to focus on finishing as high up as possible, with
Yeah,
Chesterfield basically in second place right now. And we moved to our game on Thursday against Oughtibridge. In the previous fixture, we had to climb back from a 2-0 deficit to take all 3 points in Sheffield. What sort of improvements are you expecting for this midweek game?
I'm expecting a reaction because the performance that we saw on Sunday is not what anybody is used to. Me, Callum, the players, nobody's used to that. And it's now about playing for pride and finishing second. If you can't finish first, you want to finish second. And we have an opportunity to do that by winning our next two games, and that has to be the sole focus. Finish second because we want to finish as high as we possibly can do, because it's about our own personal pride and finishing the season strong. So finish second and win the cup final. We have to be mentally tuned in. We have to be mentally tuned in to deal with Oughtibridge. I thought they were really physical and um, what you get from northern-based teams, really, like a never say die attitude, and that is them. And they took a deservedly 2-goal lead. you can't give teams leads. You can't give half decent teams leads because it makes it difficult for you. So we need to make sure that we are matching them up in terms of mentality, quality, physical effort, everything across the board. We need to make sure that we match that against them and get put in a good performance, ready to then go and put in another good performance and hopefully pick up 6 points from 6 in the next 2 games.
And a big threat that Oughtibridge has for them is Millie Kenyon. She scored in the last fixture between us, and she's currently second top goal scorer in the league with 27 goals. And she's in the form of her life with 9 goals in the last 5 games. How do you think your defence will be able to cope with the threat that she possesses up top?
Yeah, she's a good player. She's a good player, plays wide of one of the 3 up top. Got good quality, tricky, pacey. You have to respect her ability. Ultimately, it's about restricting the ball in their ability to get the ball to her. If we defend properly as a team, aggressively in the right areas and send them in directions that we can dictate play defensively, that's what it has to come to. It can't be let the ball get there and react, because at that point it's too late. You're going to be in a little bit of bother, whether it's a goal, a cross, something that causes one of our goalkeepers to make a save or a catch or something. When it gets to her, she's got the quality to hurt us. So it's about us having to be aggressive and dictate where the ball goes by us being sound defensively all over the pitch.
And finally, what is the squad availability like for Thursday's game? Obviously, we're missing Heather in the last fixture, who was a big miss. Does she return to the squad?
Yeah, Heather returns. No Abby Ringrose injured. Lucy Farrow's available. Elise Keough is available. And other than that, it's full available. Sally Cairns not available. And other than that, we're full availability. So we've got a strong squad available to pick from.
Thanks, Chris. Good luck for Thursday.